Hello and welcome. So, ChatGPT has released their Images 2.0 model, and this is best model to date. It's breaking all kinds of records. It's better than Nano Banana 2. It's better than all the other ones, so they say. So I will go through some of their release doc here, and then I'll show you how to use it, and then you can just kind of get started. So this is their doc. This is actually kind of interesting. There's a little video that plays here. I paused it because those kind of go by a little too fast, but there's actually two modes on here. So you can go through the entire, I don't know, post here, just in image mode. And I'll give you a little sample of what that looks like. But you can, I'm just scrolling here with the mouse wheel, and it basically does the entire post in images. All these images were obviously created with Images 2.0. And I appreciate this. It's an interesting way to go through a post. It's like sometimes you just really don't want to read all the words. But I'll go through, look at some of the stuff in here. I'm not going to go through everything. There's a ton in here. But they have just a bunch of different demos in here. And then each of these have their different tabs, and then it'll give you the prompt that they used and then the actual image. And there are a ton of different samples in here: a magazine collage, mounds of rice, another magazine thing, handwritten essay. They had a really big focus on language and basically text on images in different languages. And I don't speak all these languages or can't read all these languages, so I can't really speak to how accurate these are. So if you know Japanese, you can look through that and speak to its accuracy. This is an Indian bookstore. This is a Chinese comic. Korean advertisement. Etc. Let's see, what else do we have here? These are just some candid snapshots. These are all just photorealistic. So again, I'm not going to go through all these. There's a ton of stuff on here, but they basically upped a lot of different elements here. So again, text on images, character consistency, etc. And this is a reasoning model, thinking/reasoning model as well. So that brings all the, again, they're I think directly competing with Nano Banana 2, and just, I don't know, from what I've seen, they're doing a pretty good job. I don't know which is better. I think that really heavily depends on your use case, but this is at least as good as Nano Banana 2, and that's saying something. So right here, they have the pricing and availability. It says available starting today to all ChatGPT and Codex users, etc. So let me switch over to ChatGPT now. One thing I will note, and hopefully your experience is not the same as ours, even though the article says that it's available to all users, we do not have access to it on our business plan. So let me switch over to that to show you. And I mean, to be fair, we still haven't gotten access to image 1.5 on our business plan. So I don't know if it's just us or if other people have the same experience, but this is our business plan here. And if I go to create image, like this is the old style. And like image 1.5 on the left menu here, you would have an actual image option, and then you'd have that whole different page. We don't have that. We didn't have that for 1.5, and we still don't have it for 2. So I don't know. Again, hopefully your experience is different, but our business plan does not have access to image 2.0, and it didn't have access to image 1.5. So let me switch back over. So because we don't have access on our business plan, I can only use this on the free plan, which limits a bunch of things. I can't do thinking on here, so I can't really demonstrate how that works. I only get a limited number of generations and edits and all the things. So can't really show you a ton on here, but I can show you where the things are and how you can use it yourself and just kind of play around with things. So if you just go to, and this is just chatgpt.com, I'm logged in. You can do a free account with a login. I believe you have to log in to use this, but you can still do a free account. And if you click on the plus and then do create image, you'll get, again, this is a new setup down here. It's not really clear. If you just do it this way, it's not clear that these down here are actually, they're going to bring up your local storage because all of these are going to start with an existing image that you have and change it into this style. Once you do it once, you'll realize that's what they want, but that's not really clear. If you go to the left menu here, and then you can do images from here, and then it'll actually stay try style on an image. But just know that if you do it from the main page and you click on something, it will actually bring up your local storage, and that's why. So what I did was I did this one, the 3D avatar, and let me go into this. Yeah, okay, so I picked this image to start with, and this is just, if you've watched some of our other videos, this is just one of our glitter monster images. There's a whole backstory with that, but started with this image, and then I wanted to do like the 3D avatar, and I didn't put this prompt in. Like I just went to images here, and then I selected this here, and I selected my image, and then it put in this prompt for me. So, I mean, I can go through this, and maybe I don't like this prompt, so I can edit and change whichever pieces I don't like, but I kept it as is to see what it would do, and then gave me this. Didn't take very long, took, I don't know, less than 10 seconds, and then it gave me this. And what I can do now is if I click on the image, I'm now on this edit screen, and I can just type in whatever edits I want. I don't know why it gave him goggles, but it did. But I can type in whatever edits I want, or I can, again, kind of like Not Open Attitude now, I can put this select, and then I can highlight, I don't know how well that's going to come through in the video, I can highlight whatever I want to change. So this is just on the left horn here, and I can say, change this to red and see how it does. Hopefully this won't take that long. I'll try to keep this real time, just so you can see how long it actually takes to edit something. And yeah, it'll just go through and have some random messages here. And okay, so that wasn't terrible. It probably, to be fair, it probably took a little bit longer because it is the free account. So it probably gets fewer resources and lower priority and all the things. But let me go back in, and okay, so now that's red. So here's the original, and then I just did select, and then I highlighted this horn, and then I asked to make it red, and now it does this. It has this nice little old image thing over here, and then the new one. So that's nice. I can do a quick comparison. I think it made the horn bigger, which I don't know why it made it bigger, but it did. So I mean, if I don't like that, I can highlight it again and say, make it the same size as the other horn. But I'm not going to use up all my free generations because I probably don't have that many. But I can also come in here and I can change the aspect ratio from here, which is actually really nice. I get a lot of questions about the different image models and then just like which aspect ratios are supported and how do I switch from one to the other. So this one just actually added it right here. So you could just go in and change that. Or you can just type in whatever kind of edits you want. So maybe I don't want the goggles in here, so I can ask it to remove the goggles or make them green or just do whatever kinds of things you want. But once you have an image, you have a ton of different just editing options within here. And yeah, I mean, I haven't used it a ton again because I can only do it on my free account. But from what I've seen so far, it does work really well. Again, the times were reasonable considering it's a free account. But said my biggest issue is that it doesn't show up on our business account. Again, hopefully that's just us, but I don't know. Maybe you see the same thing and you're not really going to be able to do much with it if you don't have it. But yeah, I mean, Images 2.0, so it is their new images model. So just chatgpt.com, and then you can either go to the plus and then create image. And you don't have to, remix an image, by the way. You can obviously just go to the prompt and just type in however detailed of a prompt you want and start with that. But it does have this option to just kind of remix something that you have. You can also open it from the left menu, and same thing, you can remix or just start from scratch and just type in or dictate whatever you want. You can do a ton of stuff. Again, it is a thinking, reasoning model. So if you are starting with an image and you want it to analyze, whatever thing and annotate or break down the spreadsheet or do whatever thing, it has massive capabilities on the thinking side as well. So try that out and see what you think, and we will see you next time.